Gentleman Nazim.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. You have two red light violations, sir, one on Branch Avenue and one on Dean Street.
I came here this morning for the one with the picture, and the other one I had no idea of.
We're going to show you both of them, okay?
Okay, I know that the one with the picture looks very bad.
Well, let me take a look at it, okay?
Yeah.
This is a red light violation on Dean and Route 10. Light is red, the light is red, the light is red, the light is red, the light is red. Oh, look at this. Did you see that?
No, I'm still traumatized, Lee. Don't play that again.
I have an explanation, Your Honor. It looks horrible.
It looks horrible.
Yeah.
Is that your explanation?
No.
I agree. It looks horrible. I have an explanation. You're lucky.
Your Honor, I have to preface something before what happened. Since 2011, I have not been working. I've been battling cancer, and I thought I was feeling better and I could try a little Uber. My wife gave me this and she said to stick the phone in it, but the phone kept falling off and off. Under careful scrutiny, you can tell that I was not going really fast, and when I realized what happened, when this fell, I knew I was across the light, and that's exactly how it happened. I stand here before you to plead with you to acknowledge my character. We don't do those things. It was because of all those years I haven't been working, and I wanted to try to work. I could tell you now that I'm not doing Uber anymore because I can't do it. I'm still going through my illness.
You understand that on this first red light violation that you placed yourself and others in jeopardy.
It's horrible, horrible.
Yeah.
I froze when it happened. I pulled aside. There was nothing I can do after realizing what had happened.
I mean, you have to understand, when you get behind the wheel, not only are you jeopardizing yourself, but you're jeopardizing other people as well.
I know, sir. It looks terrible.
That's the issue. I mean, these are not crimes, but you have to use some common sense. And if you're not able to navigate, you have to understand that. We're going to look at 069. Now, this is a red light violation on Branch and Charles, and this was in the morning at 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, at least you didn't come close to any other cars on this one.
Well,
Your Honor, in this video here, I believe the violation is so egregious, even the pedestrian turns around to take a look at it. If you'd like to watch the video, see the pedestrian? He's going to be alarmed in 1 second. He can't believe this gentleman passed that sign without stopping. Look. So, Your Honor, I'll just take the pedestrian's actions that morning, and that'll be the prosecution's stance.
Mr. Nazim, the red light violation on Dean and Route 10 should be a wake-up call for you. Right? You understand that you place yourself and others in danger. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt on Branch and Charles, right? That you didn't see the sign. I'm not really sure that I'm stretching this because you seem like a very sincere individual, and I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt on that. It's going to cost you $85 for the red light on Dean and Route 10. Okay.
thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you. For Mr. Nazim, his red light violation was the wake-up call he needed to realize that he had not recovered well enough from his illness to be able to drive safely. The decision of when it is time to limit or stop driving is an emotionally charged issue. Driving is so closely tied to independence that the thought of losing that independence keeps many people on the road for much longer than it is safe for them and the people around them. If you have a loved one that you do not think should be driving, try to present the issue not as a loss, but as a change that will still keep them active, connected, and most of all, safe. Joyce Hest. Good morning. Who's Joyce?
She's Joyce.
You want to get to that mic?
Yes.
Who's this with you?
That's my lovely daughter,
What is your name?
Elaine.
Elaine? All right, what are you going to do with your mother now? She's getting to be incorrigible here.
I know. I was afraid we would have to take her,
Well, I
to jail
figure
today.
that God has to give me a lot of experiences before I get up there. So this is just another one.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it.
That's why I'm living this long.
You look like a young girl to me.
Well, I feel like one.
Tell me, what's your most memorable experience with your mom?
I don't know if I can say it on. My most memorable experience is going to school with my mother. She was a teacher in Providence for 30 years.
Really?
And being able to be in school with her every day from kindergarten till 5th grade was probably the best experience of my life.
That's a great American story.
I had the privilege of being a professor at Rhode Island College and teaching at Henry Bonnet and the education courses, and she came with me.
So she attended Henry Bonnet?
She did. We went together, so I didn't have to leave her. I was of that vintage. You didn't leave your children.
Yeah.
You stayed home with them.
Wow. Well, she's very fortunate you were able to do that. That's not. You like that story, Inspector Quinn?
I do. A little different than mine, though. Mine, my mom was the crossing guard right outside of St. Michael's School. So it was nice to be with her until after school, when the nuns had to go tell her that I had to stay a little later. And it wasn't so enjoyable, but nice to hear that you two had a more pleasant
Oh,
experience.
yeah,
but-
we had some good ones and some bad ones, but that's all right.
We survived.
All right, so what do you want to tell me about the speeding ticket?
What is there to tell?
Well, I'm asking you.
Well, tell them what happened.
I was quite surprised
Yeah.
that I received it.
You're 1 mile over You're 1 mile over. I'm going to give you a break on it. It's 1 mile. For all those years that you had to put up with this young lady. For all those frustrating years. How many children do you have?
She's it.
That's it, huh? Well,
Yes. I knew to stop when I had the best.
yeah.
Now, that's the most memorable moment.
That's it.
There
Good
you
one
go.
there. That's up there.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I asked Elaine what her most memorable experience with her mother was. She said going to school with her mom. For me, one of the most memorable experiences I ever had with my mother was when it was time for me to attend law school. I knew my parents couldn't afford to send me to college or law school, so I worked. I was a dishwasher and a waiter to get through college. And then I had to tell my mother after college that I didn't have enough money to go to law school and that I would put off law school for a while. She looked at me and said, "You can't do that." And she went in her bedroom. She came back and handed me 3 bank books and said to me, "Dad never made much money, but there wasn't a week that went by that I didn't save something." I looked at those bank books, and those deposits for 20 years were $1, 50 cents, 25 cents. The biggest deposit was $5. And here was my mother, who couldn't afford a can of peaches when she was pregnant to me, giving me everything she had to go to law school. Obviously, I couldn't accept it. So I taught school and went to law school nights and helped her realize her dream and mine.
All rise and hit subscribe so you don't miss the latest viral moments like this one. Share these videos and weigh in on the cases. You be the judge. Subscribe now.